Cybercrime is defined as any illegal activity that involves the use of a computer or computer networks. With the near limitless amount of digital information in today's connected world, the possibilities of cybercrime are immense, with both large-scale political ramifications as well as the compromising of vast amounts of personal data. The dangers of cybercrime are also enormous. One particular instance of this can be seen through the influence of cybercrime on politics. This is an issue that has been brought to the forefront in recent history by such events as the most recent presidential election in the United States and by Brexit in the UK. One of the ways cybercriminals are able to create political influence is through the spread of misinformation. With the widespread use of social media, false information can be disseminated and reach millions of people within seconds. Once a false online post or tweet is out there on the internet, it's impossible to take back the information from readers' minds, even if the post itself is removed almost immediately. Political meddling by cybercriminals generates many ethical concerns. For example, Russian interference in the 2016 U.S. presidential election led to the disenfranchisement of many African American voters. In addition, fake social media accounts spread slanderous information about certain candidates. This is problematic in that the election was heavily biased, with massive political implications. Some steps have been taken to try to curb the political effects of cybercrime. Facebook has recently begun deleting fake accounts, which is a small step in the right direction. However, its technologies are still imperfect and cannot fully contain the influence of cybercriminals. Much of the damage has already been done, and cybercrime continues to affect the lives of individuals everywhere.
Phishing is the practice of sending fraudulent emails claiming to be from reputable sources in order to get individuals to reveal personal information such as passwords and credit card numbers. Phishing often depends on misinformation and social engineering to earn the trust of the user, then using malicious links and attachments to infect the computers of users or redirecting them to phony login portals. The first type of phishing is known as spear phishing, which is an attack directed at an individual. Often spear phishing uses details that pertain specifically to the individual being targeted to increase the legitimacy of the attack. The second type is whaling, which is like spear phishing but targets a non-random, high-profile candidate. The third type is called cloning, which copies the format and structure of a previously sent email, but replaces its length with malware. Financial information is one of the most commonly targeted types of information for phishers. Phishing emails will often ask users for their credit card number, their social security number, dates of birth, etc., or to log into their accounts to verify activity. Sometimes, phishers will use spear phishing techniques to target high-level executives at large companies to get them to transfer money or make large purchases. Often, phishing attacks will be designed to extract personal information in the form of names, email addresses, passwords, dates of birth. This information is often accessed through links that direct users toward phony logins to gain access to their accounts. Once someone reveals their login information, it can be used in other attacks, or, in some cases, hackers may sell off the accounts that they steal to interested buyers. Healthcare information is a particularly vulnerable target for phishing campaigns because a large number of employees have access to sensitive information, so there is more opportunity for a breach. Hackers may phish patient information out of healthcare employees for use in other phishing attacks, or they may use ransomware to hold information hostage for money. This costs the healthcare industry billions of dollars a year.
Stopping cybercrime through legislation has been a struggle for lawmakers across the globe. In the U.S., criminal sanctions for cybercrime were updated in the Serious Crime Act of 2015. This included amendments to the 1990 Computer Misuse Act to create criminal penalties, including life imprisonment for unauthorized acts that cause serious damage to welfare or security. But despite this, published reports show that the number of cyber attacks still continue to increase. This was a clear indication that legislation alone could not stop cybercrime. While law and policy can only do so much, preemptive measures by citizens and protective engineering by tech companies can go a long way in preventing cybercrime. For instance, Google is adding artificial intelligence defenses to protect their cloud computing data centers. Cybercriminals also use AI to scrape social media for personal data. Facebook has been called upon to proactively combat such instances of cybercrime in an ethical manner. Without the help of these large tech companies, the threat of cybercrime is only that much stronger. Additionally, tech companies can help to combat cybercrime through the development of malware protection software that can protect individuals from viruses and other threats that may seek to infiltrate one's digital privacy or personal data. While protective software exists, it is clear that much more investment should be made to protect from cybercrime, as it is becoming an increasingly dangerous threat. One more way we can combat cybercrime is by educating potential victims. Studies have shown that the elderly are most prone to isolated cyber attacks. It is unclear how to mandate such education, but there is surely a shortage of resources that teach individuals how to recognize and respond to cyber attacks. So while cybercrime is an increasingly dangerous issue, it is clear that we have much room to improve to combat these attacks.